My name is Adam Feldpausch. I'm a concept designer. So what I do is I take sort of big ideas and bring them, into focus, or I solve the problem of how do we get a lift in sales, in services, etc. So I do signage design, I do physical space architectural design, interior design, fixturing design, advertising design, pretty much the whole gamut in a retail environment. I was born in Lansing, Michigan. So I went to school there. I went to Ferris State University and I studied design, and then I went to Kendall College of Art and Design in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I studied art and illustration. From a very early age, I was switched on to the visual world, from Star Wars and drawing characters to comic books, and I was just always involved in printed things and always aware of this visual world. I had teachers in school that would sort of nudge me in the direction towards design, but I had an inkling on my own to pursue this. When I was 15 years old, I got my first logo job. I just went into this record store that I went into all the time, and I was like, hey, I'm in there all the time anyways, and I was like, oh, I draw and I do logos, and the guy said, hey, make me a logo. So 15, so get this thing out and sit down with your thoughts and doodle. Bring a sketchbook. Here's my notebook, because it's going to help you develop your own vocabulary as a designer. All design starts with defining the problem. So, and some people think that the answer to the problem lies in the definition of the problem itself. But first of all, you're not going to know if you're a success if you haven't figured out what you're trying to achieve, right? How are you going to know that this project was a success? Well, you start with defining what that is, and then you go into discovery phase and research and idea generation. That's where I generate as many ideas as I can. That's where a lot of sketching is involved. I'll take it to friends and people nearby and just get feedback and thoughts. Like, what do you think about this? And what does this make you think of? And how do you think this could be better? So you'll get tons of great ideas. And the beauty of it is you can use the good ideas, and the ones that aren't helpful, you can disregard. It's sort of this pendulum, right? It goes really ornate and really decorative, and then it goes really simplified and modernist. With digital, the digital world being such a focus of our lives, that has gone from web pages being super detailed, like this is what a 3D button looks like, to being really simplified, delivering more on increasingly tight budgets. It's just you're a print designer, a web designer. You have to do motion, you have to do video, it's the scope just keeps increasing. Again, with the sketchbook, you're a recorder and a resonator, so that's a really important job for you, and don't discount any experience as this isn't important. Everything has a kernel of something in it, right? Also, learn about business. You have to learn about business. You can't just learn about art. You have to understand business vernacular. You have to understand business terms. You have to understand how business works, because you're going to be pitching to those people. You're going to be solving their problems. So you have to be aware of budgets. You have to be aware of all the dynamics that come with business, and network like your life depends on it, because it actually does. It's easy for people to think like, oh, I'm just talented, people just discover my work, and it's not true. You need a network. You need a community as a designer, and you need a network.